How's it going? I'm TwoTuned, and we're still here on this adventure going through all the 21 Pilots album. And this is the one. This is the one before Clancy, Scaled and Icey. There's one thing I could say before we actually start listening to it. I feel like this album gets a little overhated. Like, I can agree this isn't their best showing of their music. I think a lot of people give this album too much shit because this album came out after Trench, which is like their best thing they've ever made ever. And it is odd. This has the least amount of tracks on an album, only 11, which is such an awkward number. You know, maybe they could have gone for 12 like they did on Vessel, but this one only has 11. They didn't quite hit the 14 mark like they usually do. But this is a kind of a nicer, shorter album, which, you know, honestly, I kind of like. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Track 1, Good Day. I love that line, like the saturation leaving me slowly. All the fakeness and the plasticness is just getting sucked out of your body. I love that line. I know it's hard to This whole song just is just such a lovely vibe. Lost my job, my wife and child. Homie just sued me. I guess, you know, it's not really a good day anymore, is it? Today's a good day, never know when the next one will show, it'll show. So I'ma sing my soul. Again, this part just sounds lovely. It's a good day. Honestly, I think Good Day is a really good intro into this album. You know, it kind of sets the whole new sound that this album was going for. And I know that this whole album is supposed to be like the propaganda for Dima, but, you know, I don't really give a shit about that. I'm solely basing this off of the sound of the music. Some of these songs I don't feel really warrant the whole, this is just for the propaganda demon stuff. You know, the idea is cool, but sometimes the execution I feel could have been a bit better, but we're going to get into that. I think I'm going to give Good Day just, you know, a good old standard, slightly crooked sunglasses. I feel it's a great opener to this new sound that they were going for this album. All right, on to the next track, Choker. Such a weird beat. Oh man, I really do like the little mm-ums. They sound really nice. I don't bother anyone. Nervous when I stand. Choking on the circumstance. Only smoking secondhand. I know in like the previous albums I always, you know, kind of made fun of Tyler for some of his wimpy vocals. Here it sounds pretty decent. I know it's over. This part also sounds pretty decent too. Choking on the circumstance. Self-sabotage is a sweet romance. That little self-sabotage is sweet romance line is like bittersweetly cute. I see no volunteers to co-sign on my fears. I'll sign on the line alone. Oh, man. Gonna change my circumstance. I know I need to move right now, cause... Oh, man, I love his little voice, like how it kind of waves when he says, I need to move right now. Oh, it sounds so beautiful. And his voice, just singing that whole bit, was just great. Like a little splinter buried in your skin. Someone can carve it out, but... Of course, he has to rap like we're back in the regional at best days, and he thinks it's cool. I think this whole rap part's cringy as fuck. I think it kind of brings the song down, if I'm being honest. If I listen to this song, I usually listen all the way through, and as soon as it starts the rap part, I just skip the rest of it. Well, that was Choker, and I'm gonna give it half of a sunglasses, just because of that rap part. I still think the song's decent enough, but there are parts of the song that I usually do end up skipping just because, you know, I really don't like that rap part. I saw a lot of people whenever this album or this single came out, that they're pounding on like, oh my god, he's rapping like he used to rap all the way back in the Gap. I feel like he could have done that rap so much better than he did. I still feel like the most of the rest of the song's good, but just for that rap part, I have to bring it down just a little bit. All right, on to the next song, Shy Away.
The only thing to leave behind is your own skin on the floor.
I do like that whole imagery of you like shedding your skin on the floor, like, you know, you're moving on in your life, you're becoming a new person, and you're leaving your skin or your older self behind.
Don't you shy away. Manifest the ceiling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling just like an I love you.
I'll be honest, I think this chorus is kind of boring.
When you get home, you barely recognize the pictures they put in a frame. 'Cause you shed your modesty.
I really love how it like conveys the feeling that like, say like you move out or something and you're going back to your parents' house or something, and you're looking at your old photos and you're like, damn, who was this person that I used to be? And you know, it's like, I really do like that little part.
Just like an I love you. Then when I get home, boy, you better not be there, you're long gone. Shed your modesty.
I really like Tyler's vocals are getting a lot more intense here, but he's basically saying like, just like, don't fall back on yourself. Like, you know, shed your modesty, move on with your life. You know, you need to get up and go. Like, you know, don't be sitting here being a couch bum at your parents' house still, you know? So go do things with your life. Stop living in the past.
I love you. That isn't words. Like a song hero. It's never heard. Don't you shy away.
Well, that was Shy Away, and even though I do give it some praises and stuff, the overall song is kind of boring. It's just kind of formulaic. It's just very sweet, but I don't think it's sweet enough for it to be a Glasses. I think it's like a really high mambo. I think this was the first single that came out, and I remember when this came out, like, everyone was like, oh my god, it's so different than Trench, and then, you know, I listened to it, and I liked it when I heard it, and then I kept listening to it, and I kept listening to it, and I kept listening to it. You know, it just became so boring, and, like, anytime this track comes on, when I'm listening to music, I always skip it. It's just not one I come back to, unfortunately. Alright, next track, The Outside. Oh, man, dude, I love the little synth. Woo!
I'm already bored. Pretty sure I've seen this one before.
Ooh.
I've got a long drive, I'll tape my eyes so I don't fall asleep again.
I love how, like, monotonous his voice sounds, or, like, so monotone. He's like, I'm already bored. Like, I love it, and the little effects on his voice just make it sound so much better.
Singing out up and down, they're nodding. Kids will try to take my vibe.
No, don't take his vibes.
I am a megalodon, oceans feeling like a pond, swimming like a beast underneath, they be clinging on. Meteoric rise in prehistoric times, now that meteor is coming. I am Megatron, cogs I'm stepping on, then the little cogs got together, started a renaissance. Switch it up on me, fuel efficiency, on fumes I am running.
See, now that's a rap verse I can enjoy, Tyler. You don't have to sound like you did all the way back at Regional and Best for us to listen, buddy. I don't know, I've always loved that part. It's honestly the highlight of the song. Next to the whole like synth da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dun going on in the background. I love it. Woo! Of course, they have to add this little cool part that just, you know, makes it even better.
I'm on the outside in the summer heat. You can pay the cover charge.
Oh man, I love his voice.
They know that they can't touch me.
I'm vibing. Wow, 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 na, 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 na. Oh man, I love The Outside. It's probably, if I could pick one song out of this album to give a 10 out of 10, it would be this song. Like if I wanted to show people this album, you know, and like get them interested, I would show them The Outside. It's my favorite song off the album by a long shot. On to the next track, Saturday.
But on Saturday, Saturday, Saturday.
I don't know if you can tell by my expression, but, nah, not feeling this one. Not feeling it at all.
Catch me floating circles in my fishbowl. Keep things fresh. She said that I should change my clothes. I exaggerate the life we used to know.
I mean, some of these lines, you know, come off as cute or like, you know, kind of just, I don't know. I just wish the whole rest of the song wasn't so fucking boring.
You're good. These are my dancing shoes.
His dancing shoes.
You're good. Thought I would dance with you.
He's gonna dance with you.
On Friday.
But on Saturday, Saturday, Saturday.
Ain't the clown.
Working on music?
Yeah.
I'll just go to bed. I'm tired.
I don't remember.
Friends with you.
Oh, he wants to watch Friends. That cool, iconic song.
Are you inspired? You should just go for it.
He just wants to watch Friends with his wife.
Saturday.
Man, honestly, I really don't like Saturday. I am a certified Saturday hater. Like I said, this probably there can be a bad song that's objectively bad, but it can be so bad it's good. And then you have songs that are so boring, they're just ungodly bad. And this is one of those just bad songs. If I remember correctly, it was Shy Away, then Choker, and then it was Saturday. And I never liked Saturday. It's always been one of my least favorite songs. Like I said, I don't care about the lore, so the whole lore reason of it sounding like the most pop tune-ish thing that you'll hear in Target, in the end, it just sounded like this pop tune that you would hear in Target, and if I heard that in Target, I would just fucking leave. Right, on to the next track, Never Take It. The beat is so weird.
Now that they know.
Oh, I really do like the drums. Woo, I really like the weird vocals in the background. I guess when knowing a little bit about the lore, knowing about the whole Dima thing and Tyler living there and stuff, you really can appreciate that line, but it also makes sense, you know, without there being the lore there, kind of like banding people together to go against authority or something like that.
The summer I watched the tube, I saw enough.
I don't really remember this part.
The guitar tearing it up.
Oh yeah, he did learn he taught himself the guitar.
Things that I picked up. You better educate yourself, but never too much.
Why would you educate yourself but never too much? That line doesn't really make too much sense. If this is, you know, related to the lore, him trying to say like, you know, don't try to learn too much because then you like don't try to know too much because when you know too much your life gets harder or something like that. I really don't know. But outside of the lore stuff, that doesn't really make sense, not to me at least.
They profit from a great divide. You and I will never take it.
Ooh, yeah. I love that line, you know, how you get a bigger profit when you divide the people. And that was Never Take It. Honestly, I kind of liked it. You know, I don't think that's really a song that I would come back to often, but, you know, it was really enjoyable while I was listening to it. I would say I can give it, you know, a reasonable, My Favorite Sunglasses, you know, is a pretty good song. Really like some of the messaging in that song, too. Now we're moving on to Mulberry Street. Ooh, I really do like the beat for this one, too.
Keep your sunny days.
Ooh.
Leave us in the rain.
Okay, Tyler.
Tie strings to our hands and feet to rain on your parade.
Oh, his voice is so nice here.
Get out of our way. We're moving sideways. Welcome to Mulberry Street.
Ooh, man, that sounds beautiful.
Ain't no sunny skies till you finally realize that everybody relies on synthetic. highs.
Ooh, man, I love that line that everyone realized on synthetic highs. Oh my god. Mulberry Street's like on the same level as Good Day, and just how good this song sounds. The whole like sound palette of this album. I do enjoy a good chunk of a lot of this sound palette for these songs.
Aren't the best, and I'm on the edge. I'll listen for a song in the distance.
That just sounds like classic 21 Pilots to me.
Mulberry Street.
Oh!
So good to see you, Mulberry Street.
I love this part.
So good to see you.
Oh, the trumpet in the background. If I'm correct, is it Josh Dunn playing the trumpet? I don't remember. Well, that was Mulberry Street, and I gotta say, honestly, again, this is one of my favorite moments on the album. I don't really know. I forget. Like I said, I don't remember if Mulberry Street's lore related or if it's just kind of like a silly little name used to convey this whole song or not. But I love the sound of this song. His voice is beautiful. Honestly, this feels like a trend song with just the sound palette of Scaled and Icey. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. This is just another highlight on the album for me. All right, next song, Formidable.
You are formidable to me, 'cause you seem to know it where you wanna go. Yeah, I'll follow you.
Two things. I do really like, again, I love it when Tyler has like this little like distorted lowered vocals behind him when he's singing, but also this whole the cadence to this song is just really boring. I don't know how else to say. I just don't like how this song flows. It just sounds so basic and boring. If I remember correctly, this song is about Josh Dunn, the drummer, if I'm correct, and he's like singing to him, like, I don't know, like thanking him or whatever for like all the things they've been through all these years and stuff. But I don't know why Tyler like decided to make the most basic and formulaic song for this.
But you should know I might be clinical. Don't you tell, I won't break your heart if you can break my spell.
Maybe this isn't about Josh. I thought this song was about, you know what? I said I don't like to Google things, but I'm Googling it just so I don't sound like an idiot. I don't know. The consensus online is no one really knows who this song is about because I guess it's never actually been stated, so I don't know. I mean, I guess irregardless of who this song is about, it's just a sweet, kind of boring song.
I'm just worried my loyalty will bore you.
Woo!
Yeah.
I like that line. Again, this was just a sweet song. It's, you know, nothing too special. I give it a mambo if you couldn't tell. But, yeah, it's just kind of a sweeter song. I guess listening to it, because I haven't listened to the song in a long time, I am finding more things that I do like about it. But I still would probably skip this song if it ever came on. It's just not one that I ever come back to. Alright, next song, Bounce Man. Apparently people hate this song. I don't know why. This is like one of my favorite songs on the album.
You should bounce, 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 man.
Come to the house, man. I'll let my old lady know. You'll be in and out, 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 man. Go chew a couple bands, then we'll head to Mexico. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that part.
I don't know if you got your phone. 'Cause this went straight to voicemail.
Maybe this is the one that's about Josh. I don't remember. But I just love the entire premise of who I'm guessing is Josh getting in trouble legally and Tyler sending money to Mexico where Josh is residing because he did something so heinous that he has to run from the law.
You should bounce, 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 man. Come to the house, man. I'll let my old lady know. You'll be in and out, 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 man. Float you a couple bands.
And you head to Mexico. If I go look on Album of the Year, which has a lot of like user ratings and stuff, Bounce Man is rated the lowest. It has the lowest score of 50. The next lowest one is a 59. I don't understand why people don't like Bounce Man. It's so goofy. How could you hate it?
If they come knocking, ain't no stopping me for you. Just let me know you're good on your amenities. Got soldiers on my pedigree.
If you don't reply, I'll know. You must have crossed state lines. She's been crying, but I tell her you're fine. Don't matter now. If you need a piece, I'll break it down. I honestly don't understand how this is the least liked song on this album. It's just so fun. It's just so fun. It's kind of stupid, you know, but it's just so funny. It's so funny. It's so creative. I just love it.
Home to the house, man. We'll sing one more song. So long.
Honestly, in my opinion, another highlight on the album. I just think it's great. It's just a great little fun track. If anything I could say about this album is it is pretty fun, and this just encapsulates that whole funness to another level. All right, now we get to the serious song, the No Chances. Alrighty, different vibe. This, I remember listening to this and it like pulled the rug out of under my feet. Again, it just sounds so bombastic and just so like roaring, like what are they called? The bishops are just looking down at good old little Clancy or whatever, and they're like, oh, no chances, Clancy.
In my house, shoes in a foot race. In this house, we got feng shui. Get the door to blow you away. Flamethrower, you a switchblade. Feet planted on grip tape with my shoulders squared and my back straight. Got a good bass and a loose tongue, notorious in the octagon.
Oh man, such a good flow.
We got people on the way. We want you home in one piece now.
I also love this part.
We got people on the way. We want you home.
So this part's just beautiful. Oh man, the bass is so good. I love the little, like, you can hear the little "there's a weekend on the side" in the background. It's kind of funny.
When you arrive, my son.
I mean, I think Redecorate is also pretty good. It's a pretty good song. I like it. There's nothing. I think it is a cool change up to like the rest of the sound of the album. Again, I feel like people just tend to like look past this album just because it came out right after Trench, which was like stylistically and just like a complete 180 from this album. But you know, we still got one more song to talk about. We got Redecorate. Redecorate's next, and yeah, this is the album's closer. This does just kind of sound like an outtake from Trench.
Taking inventory of his life, seeing snapshots chronologically in line. Something told him he should look around and tidy up. He collected many things, but never quite enough. Tried.
I do think the vocal like effects on his voice is kind of like a little weird at points on this song, though. Not that it gets in the way of the song, but it is just a little weird.
Blankets over mirrors, she tends to like it. She's not afraid of her reflection, but of what she might see behind it. She had plans to change her name, yeah, just not the traditional way. Yeah, haunted by a couple big mistakes. She covers all the dents with the way she decorates. Then one night she got cold with no blankets on her bed, so she ripped them off the mirror, stepped back, and she said,
Tyler's flow on this song, I don't know why he had to rap so weird on Choker. I don't know why.
with the bells and the whistles scaled back like an ice.
Oh man.
Track, and he feels trapped when he's not inebriated. Fair to say he's fairly sedated most days of the week. He might have made it if he lived on a different street. I repeat, scaled back and isolated. He says he likes an open schedule, but he mostly hates it. If you run into his room, take a breath before you break and put your ear up to the door. Tell me, can you hear him say it?
I really do like this rap part, but the effects on Tyler's vocals are starting to kind of, I feel like they get a little bit in the way of like the actual performance of this song.
Should they keep it on display or redecorate?
I mean, I really do like this closer on the album. I think there are just some production choices that, you know, I find a little bit weird, but, you know, overall, I still say that this song is enjoyable and a great closer to the album. I feel like it really does, you know, wrap up the album pretty good, considering how much different it is compared to the rest of the album. I mean, yeah, that was Scaled and Icey. This is, like, the only album where my opinion of this album changed constantly. Whenever I first heard it, I was honestly put back by the whole, like, new sound that they were going for on this album. And I feel like I unfairly, you know, disregarded this album like I see a lot of other people do. But over the years, after coming back to it, I just found more and more things to like about it. I mean, if you're like a lore head of 21 Pilots, I feel like you can enjoy this album. And if you're not a lore head of this album, I feel like you can enjoy this album. There are a few tracks and a few moments that do just sound like the most basic music that you can hear it walking through Target or Walmart or wherever the fuck you go shop at. And then there's other parts that are just fun. This album is just fun. I mean, there are a couple songs I genuinely don't like on this album, and there's quite a few songs that I usually skip because, you know, they're just kind of, you know, nothing tracks. But I think overall, I could give this album a good old fun 7 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Go tell me in the comments below how you felt about how I felt about this album. I'd like to hear any counter arguments because I know this is a pretty divisive album. If there's any other artists you'd like to see me react or review, also leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, I hope you have a good day and a good night. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.